Hello everyone, and yes, you've guessed it, this is part 2 of me trying to fix my washing machine. Well, a little update on yesterday. I was hoping that some miracle it had cleaned itself. We all know that wasn't true. So this is the result. As you can see, yes, it's nicely full up with water. So I'm going to have to drain that first, but we've got a bigger problem. I actually think my draining pipe is blocked. It just keeps getting better and better. There is another way to drain the water out, which I really don't want to do. And that involves gently, and I mean this guys, really gently releasing the filter with a lot of towels underneath, depending on where your washing machine is. Mine is stupidly upstairs, so I'm trying my best not to let as much water drip out of the machine as possible. Yeah, I'm gonna try the draining pipe again to see if any water comes out and see if anything's magically decided to shift itself. And then I'm going to show you how gently I mean by removing the filter. I don't really advise doing this unless it is your last and final option. Or your washing machine happens to be on ground floor level, you can deal with the water, or it's outside, even better. But mine isn't, again, stupidly upper level. So we're going to have a look at this draining pipe first. Check that. And if not, I'm going to show you exactly how slowly you need to release the filter. But yeah, that pretty much is one of the only ways of getting the water out. So, right, let's check the draining pipe first. So I'm going to pop you down. There we are. And you can see that quite nicely. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's too heavy on that side. That's it. There we are. So, as I say, I'm going to put the bucket underneath. And as I said, they haven't really given a lot of slack on these draining pipes. I think it's just crap, really. But there we go. Alright, let's see if anything comes out. Oh, we've got some water coming out. That's a really good sign. Really was not expecting that. So, yeah. That's fabulous. Yesterday I drank, when I did actually, well, last night, sorry, I just thought I'd give it a go and see if anything's going. I got nothing. Well, I got a little drizzle and then it just stopped. So I'm happy about that. I did release a bit of the water out earlier by releasing the filter, so maybe that shifted some more, because this is flowing out really fast. This is really a good sign. Or it could be the unblocker has dissolved a lot of the crap that was in there, excuse my language, that was actually in there, because it's had a full sort of seating of 24 hours. I'm not saying it dissolved all of it, but maybe the bits that it needed to be dissolved. So I'm actually going to continue draining this, because this is going to take a little while, and you really don't need to be sat here watching me drain water from the machine, because apart from telling you that the water's draining, there's not really much more I can tell you at this point. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. I did not expect that. I always expect the worst. So I'm going to continue draining, and I'll be back with you in a minute, guys. So guys, I'm back, as the water level is below what I need it to be. Before I started, what I should have said is you don't need to completely empty the machine. You could jug the rest of it out, which is what I'm going to do. I'll just flip you around and show you where the water, where you want your water level to be. literally, this is what's the water that's trapped actually in the lip of the door. So ideally, you want your water level below there to risk anything coming flying over. And what I'm going to do is make life a little bit easier, is jug the rest of it out. Also, that will also jug out a lot of the crap that's in the bottom of the machine. And also, I did neglect to mention, and I really do apologise, this is not a quick fix, guys. It all depends on what type of blockage you've got in your machine, how fast your water flow is, how your washing machine is situated, i.e. if it's quite flat, then the water level is going to flow really, really well. But if you're sort of like at an angle or anything, which it shouldn't be, but just down to the floor, then it may take a little bit longer. But if you're really lucky and you have a concrete floor and it can just flood straight out, oh God, I'm so jealous of you. But anyway, back to my machine. So I'm going to open the door so you can actually see. We're going to get a little bit of water come out through the door. So obviously I've got a towel down. So all right, the lock is still on the door, surprisingly. Just bear with me. Should have actually come off. So hang on, have a look. Just bear with me 1 minute. So yeah, I wasn't quite at the level. So I'm going to switch around. As you can see, it still is actually flowing out the door. I'm going to get a jug in there. It's disgusting. I'm going to get some of this water out. So literally normal household jug. Get your bucket at the ready and scoop. Try not to do too, because obviously you don't want water constantly flowing, but as soon as you've got a decent level to stop it flowing out the door, and that's brilliant. Alright, so I'm just going to jug the rest of this out. As you can see, it is pretty gruesome. So yeah, it's fully disintegrated. And it's excuse my language, excuse my words. Best thing you want to do, as I said, try and scoop out as much as possible. It will help in the aid when we get round to pulling out your filter. So I'll get back to this and I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so that's the fun bit over and done with, and now we get back to the real complete and utter rubbish bit of the washing machine. As I said, this is not a quick fix or something that you can do in literally like an hour. As I said, depending on what has gone through your machine. So I'm going to show you. We're going to take, because there's still water in the machine, I'm just going to see how much will come out through the pipe. And then, yeah, there's still quite a bit in the machine. So what we're going to do is going to drain off the rest of this water, and it won't take too long, don't worry. And then I'm going to gently pull out the filter because there is still water in the actual machine. So there will always be water in the machine from the first fill. So I will be with you in 2 minutes after I just let this fill up a bit. Hey, right, there is actually a lot more water in there than I actually previously thought, which means that the filter is either really, really clogged up and is stopping the flow of the water. So, while I've got that emptying, what I've done also is I've got an old towel that soaked up the bottom, the residue that was left in the bottom of the washing machine. With that, if you get the cloth and you see the insides here, you can see, oh my God, it's a mess. If you give that a clean, try and clean out as much debris or as much whatever it is that's gone in there. Tissue as well. Tissue does the same thing. It may go mushy, but it goes mushy and then clogs. So, and then obviously when it dries on the inside of your drum, it will dry over the holes, which can also clog up your machine. So you want to prevent that. As this is taking a little bit longer, I did not expect to be spending 3 days doing my washing machine. I did expect to get it done in a day, but there was obviously a lot more water in there than I thought, and I should have allowed more time. So I'm just going to clean out the inside of the drum and continue draining this off, because obviously I don't want to bore you with the actual draining malarkey of it. And then we'll get back to clean the filter and getting this up and running tomorrow, because to be honest, it's getting a little late. So I'll be back tomorrow, and hopefully we will be finishing this machine, because it's taken a little bit of a long time. So at least this step by step. So I'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you later, guys. Bye.